Hi! Thank you so much for joining me for your March 2017 Written in the Stars Taroscope. My name is Madeline and I've been studying astrology and reading tarot for a little over 20 years, and on this channel I do 2 readings per video. First, your Taroscope, a broad overview of the story that you're going to experience this month, and then my Fiercely Focused spread, which I do at the end of the video, which gives you a really specific theme for your month and some concrete action steps you can take to make the most of this March. So this month, the new moon moves into Aries on the 28th of March, and that is considered the astrological new year. So this is a fantastic time to write down your intentions, write down your goals, and I'd really like you to keep that in mind as you go through your reading. What kind of seeds of intention would I like to plant as we leap forward into spring and into the new year? So I really hope you enjoy it and find it really empowering for your month. I would love to hear from you, so, like if you like it, subscribe if you want more, and please let me know what you think in the comments or on social media. I've linked all that stuff below if you're interested. I would love to hear from you. I really appreciate you joining me. I hope you have a great month, and without further ado, on to your March Taroscope. Hey Capricorn, thank you again for joining me for your March 2017 Taroscope. As you can see, Spirit's totally excited and ready to do this. Super looking forward to see what is coming up for you this month, especially because of that Aries new moon coming in at the end of the month that is really kicking off some new beginnings for all of us. It's considered like the astrological version of the new year because it's the spring equinox. Like, spring has sprung, yay, things are changing, things are growing. Ooh, speaking of, I love that. So let's see, Capricorn, what's going on for you in March 2017, Capricorn, March 2017, Capricorn. Ooh, okay then. Capricorn, 2017, Capricorn, 2017, Capricorn, in 2017, Capricorn, 2017, okay. Ooh, okay, Capricorn, let's see. You've got a great vision. That doesn't surprise me, Capricorn. You are the entrepreneur of the zodiac. So of course you have to have this amazing creative vision. But it goes beyond that. It's like, what do I want now? Like, you've come to a new point in your life where you're looking out at new horizons. You're looking out over the ocean and you see ships coming and going, and it's like, when are my ships coming in? Because I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go on this journey. And this isn't like you, Capricorn, but Spirit is saying, don't rest on your laurels. Don't be so, don't be tempted by earthly comforts. Like, well, my job's okay, it pays the bills and it keeps a roof over my head. Sure, I have, crippling depression every time I think about it, but, it pays the bills. Like, no. Capricorn, it's time to raise your standards. It's time to know that there is more and better out for you, and there is a reason that you keep feeling called toward that. And you are going to see me flip any upside down cards right side up. I read intuitively, so I don't see reversed cards as necessarily changed in their meaning or perverted in their meaning. If I do receive that message from Spirit, though, I will relay that to you. I've gotten some questions about that, so I want to make that clear. Back to this. You have everything that you need, Capricorn. Again, you're like the entrepreneur, the CEO of the zodiac. This is the magician. He's number one. He knows how to take his thoughts and manifest them in the world. Above his head, he controls the 4 elements of the tarot: cups, wands, swords, and pentacles. He has it all: mental, physical, emotional, and creative. He has all the powers he needs. This is saying, Capricorn, you don't need anything. You don't need, scare quotes, you don't need more education. You don't need better training. You don't need someone else. You don't need anything. You have everything that you need right there with you. Begin it. Begin. And if you have begun it, continue. Don't give up on it. You're going to be, Spirit is saying that you're going to be getting a lot of messages this month. There are a lot of synchronicities coming toward you. Your guides are brewing things up, like brewing it up so that the same songs, the same images, the same phrases keep coming into your life over and over and over again through different channels. Like I heard this on TV, then it was on in the car, and then it was on at the grocery store. I can't get away from this damn song. I don't even like the song. Okay, what does the song say? Like, go Google the lyrics. What are your guides trying to tell you when you see something 3 times or more in a matter of days or a week? There is something to that. There is something that is asking for your attention. And Spirit is saying that you're at this crossroads. You're at this crossroads and you're sort of in suspended animation. Like, I know I want it, but it's scary to leave what you know. You're an earth sign, Capricorn, so you like knowing how things are. You like knowing that things are steady, but you're also a cardinal sign. You're also a leader, a starter, an initiator. Initiate. Like, there are going to be hard times. There are going to be times when you don't know what you're doing, or when you don't get the return on your investment every single time. There will be times when, in learning to jump hurdles, you trip and fall and scrape your knees. Capricorn, that's not a loss. That is just one lesson along the way. You need to be a little more open. Be a little more romantic in your pursuit of this thing. Like, welcome and be a little bit like, accept some naivete, accept some optimism, invoke it. You're creating much more than you know, and that's why Spirit really wants you to put your heart into it. Like, look at the growing that you do in leveling up from this Knight of Cups into this King of Cups. Like, you gain some real emotional maturity, and you learn a lot of lessons by being the Knight of Cups and really putting yourself out there boldly and openly. I mean, he's naked for a reason. It's like, I'm not ashamed. This is how I feel. This is who I am. Are you going to laugh? Like, this is me. Don't, just let go of that need to fit in. Let go of that need to, like, tighten your belt, to adjust, to, like, to rationalize where you are, to rationalize continuing with things the same way even when you're not enjoying them. You don't need to, sell all your belongings and move to Tahiti. And it's okay for you to have this period of, like, I'm just going to hang out with this feeling. I'm just going to be in suspended animation for a while. This is the hanged man who hangs by his foot, not by his neck. So he's very much alive. It's just that his perspective has been fundamentally altered. And therefore he feels not ready to move yet, because he's like, this is a whole new world I'm working with. Like, this is a whole new life I'm going to be moving into. So I really need to take my time and figure it out. And there is this promise of enlightenment, of understanding coming, and you're going to see things very differently, Capricorn, like very differently by the end of March. Like, you will see things that you have done that, like, oh, I should, well, next time I'm going to handle it this way. But you're also going to look at the way other people handle things very differently. And I feel this is a very empowering experience, because these are very powerful cards that come up after it. This is you. The King of Pentacles, the Earth sign king. You can be a female king, by the way, or a male queen. The King of Pentacles has a Midas touch. The King of Pentacles is like, I built my empire from the ground up, and if I lost all of these riches today, I could earn them again tomorrow by rebuilding it, because my empire, my wealth is within me. Meaning, again, Capricorn, they're underlining the fact that you have everything that you need, that your talents and skills are already amazing. Sure, take your time, get your perspective, but don't tell yourself that you don't have enough. Don't tell yourself that you're not ready, that it's too hard, that you don't have the resources, because none of that is true. You have everything. Everything that you need to make this massive decision that is going to bring more joy, openness, and possibility into your life. Sorry, I'm spatially challenged. I can't do lenses. But seriously, look at this judgment that you make that brings you back to life, that raises you from the dead and reminds you, I'm alive. Like, I'm alive. I have all these emotions. I have all this beautiful stuff going on in my life. These loved ones, these gifts, this opportunity. Everything opens up for you when you make the decision that says, I am not my struggles and I am not my failures. Like, I am comprised of them. They are part of me, but I am what I make myself. And that is you, Capricorn, to a T. You are what you make yourself. You can climb to anything. You can ascend to anywhere if you, only you, choose to shrug off your armor that is weighing you down as you try to make this climb. Don't try to climb a mountain with your armor on. Shed it. Be vulnerable. Show the world what you are. Show the world your skills and talents, and don't be afraid if they're not always up to your extremely high standard, because your standard is extremely high. You expect so much of others and even more of yourself, Capricorn. So trust in your abilities and give yourself a little space and a little grace around the learning curve. The fact that like it will come slowly, or there will be certain things that take a little more time than others. Give yourself that forgiveness, but don't stop moving forward. And definitely don't avoid a decision that is going to bring you back to life. And again, they're saying bring you opportunities, and this is professional and personal opportunities. Love, romance, friendship, and I'm feeling money. Okay, well, let's get into your fiercely focused spread and see what else we can't find out around that. Let's see. Okay. I like to get some practical stuff in here. Okay. First, let's look at a theme for you, Capricorn. A theme for Capricorn to focus on for their highest good in March 2017. Wow, beautiful. The Empress, the Receiver, the Abundant Mother, the Fertile Creative. You have everything, Capricorn. You've got the structure and discipline built into your personality, and the Empress is the Receiver, the nurturer. She knows how. She's Venus. If Mars is the Emperor, the doer, the Yang, the masculine, like I act, she is the I receive. She's the Yin. She's the I set my intention. I adore and embrace what I love in my life and celebrate it, and therefore magically, energetically, I bring more of that. Take sensual pleasures in things around you this month, Capricorn. Definitely make time to like stop and smell the roses. Feel the softness of the sheets when you get into bed. Like, feel the cool or warm air on your face and enjoy it. Soak up the sun. Eat delicious food and soak in the simple pleasures. The more you invite pleasure, the more you invoke pleasure, the more you invite pleasure, okay? And again, this is telling me money, because she's a great receiver. She's like a great, like, again, they were talking about opportunities and that lovely lady with the big jugs and the shiny apple. There's something really sensual coming into your life in March as well. And feeling, for some of you, it's like the end of March. Like the inkling of it is just going to begin in March, okay? So now, speaking of sensuality, let's see what is going on in the physical, earthly realm for you this month. What you need to be, do, focus, or invoke to get the best physical and financial returns. Wow. So hone your craft. Practice. Like it was saying, use those skills, magician. Sit down with your pentacle and your hammer and start building something. Start hammering out some ideas. Put yourself at your workbench. Sit yourself down at your desk and be like, well, what do I want? Let me just start spilling out some words or some ideas, whatever it is. You'll chisel them as you go. So don't expect to go from like, oh, I have this block of marble to, oh my God, I carved out the David. Like, no, make a few mistakes, like make a few cracks in it. The art will reveal itself as you go. So work on it. Let it reveal itself. Okay. Now, let's see what's going on with you mentally. What are you thinking, speaking, writing, communicating about? Where is your focus? Ooh, being honest and sometimes being a little harsh. That sounds like you, Capricorn. You can be very sure of yourself and sure that you're right, and You care a lot about the truth, which is very admirable. You always want to speak the truth, even at the cost of hurt feelings or people feeling a little awkward, and that's what the Page of Swords is all about. So you should speak truth to power. If you feel like somebody is being unfair or something is unfair, go ahead and speak up. But Spirit is showing me now that Hanged Man saying, hey, this is what the period of reflection is for. So your tendency or your reaction may be like an automatic, like, no, I didn't do that, or like, it's not like that, it's like this. But instead, pause, reflect, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Why would they see it that way? You will be able to come to much better accord with people when you can see it from their point of view. It doesn't mean you change your mind. It means you can see how they came to that decision, and therefore you can navigate a little better and helping them understand how you came to your decision. You two can come much closer to compromise when you can at least find some resonance with them. Again, doesn't mean you have to agree. Just means, you know what? I can see how events and circumstances led you to come to that decision. Even if it's different from what I think, I understand where you're coming from. Those are some powerful words when you're in a fight or a conflict with someone, Capricorn, and they can really bring the tension down and allow some real accord to come, okay? Okay, so, and on that topic, let's see what you'll be feeling this month, how you'll be relating, what is going on in your heart in March. Aw, love, partnership, duality. And Spirit is saying the integration of the masculine and feminine for some of you. So some of you are working directly on your relationships, or you're falling in love and experiencing the blush of new romance, new marriage, new sensual enjoyment. Again, Spirit is bringing up that sensual stuff. So hey, good month for a lot of you Capricorns. Invoke that Empress in you, again, whether you're male or female, and really be ready to receive and enjoy and celebrate other people for what they give to you, because my God, there is nothing more attractive than someone who recognizes how much you're doing and how much you're worth and tells you that. When you spread that around, Capricorn, those compliments, those genuine compliments, you have no idea the opportunities and alliances, Spirit is saying, that you're going to bring into your life. So be sweet. Present your cup to others and be ready to receive theirs in return. Like, oh, thank you for that sweet compliment. Here's one for you. Okay. And finally, let's see what is lighting you up or setting your heart on fire. What is energizing you in March? Ah, I love it. The Queen of Wands, Capricorn. You are a creative, charismatic soul just as much as you are a practical one. Like, you are so witty. You are so quick. Trust your magic. Trust your creativity. Fucking live in your creativity. You need to make your magic. You're the magician. The magician, he's number 1. The Empress is number 3. And Spirit just said you skipped a grade. Like, and that's an incredible, that's super funny. But that's like, you don't even know how good you are. Or rather, you know how good you are, you don't appreciate always how good you are, Capricorn. If you will take a moment and appreciate the way that you can mountain goat your ass up a mountain and look down and see that other people are still struggling to make it to the first plateau, like, take a moment and acknowledge that and celebrate it and admire it, and you will bring more opportunities just like that into your life. Like, you want to focus on what you want more of, not what you want less of. Focus on what your magic is doing right in your life. And where your focus goes, grows, Capricorn. And I'm picturing those freaking mountain goats who, like, climb the mountain with their teeth. And it looks terrifying. It looks like they're in desperation, but I ain't never seen one fall. You can climb anything, Capricorn. You can make it to the top of this summit. Appreciate what you have and what you receive this month, and you will receive more of it in abundance. Thank you so much for coming, Capricorn. I really appreciate you, and it's always a pleasure. And I'd love to hear from you if you have questions or anything that, like, hey, this rang a bell for me from the reading, and this is what's going on in my life. Whether it's in the comments or you find me on Instagram or Facebook, I would love to hear from you. And you can also, if you do that, check out like daily tarot readings, weekly horoscopes, and some other cool stuff. I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'm excited to see you in April. Bye, Capricorn.